Hello, today I have Sonoff Touch EU. It's a wall switch from Sonoff and it's controlled via Wi-Fi with EWI-Link app. But I don't use this app. I want that all my devices to be controlled from one place, so I use Home Assistant. So today I will show you how to flash this wall switch with Tasmota Firmware and connect it to Home Assistant. So let's start. So here we have the Sonoff Touch EU switch, and now to flash the Tasmota Firmware we have to open it. To open we have to screwdriver here, and that's it. So here we see the PCB. We can open it. It's glued with tape, double-sided, but don't worry. So here is the high voltage part, and here is the part that we need, and we will flash it without using this part. We don't need that part for now. And here is the part that will be flashed. So how do we connect this board to PC? To connect this board to PC we use USB to TTL adapter like this. This adapter supports 3.3 or 5 volts. So make sure that jumper or whatever you have, maybe different your adapter, so make sure the jumper or a button is switched to 3.3 volts. You can see here 3.3 volts this jumper. So to connect we have 4 pin headers here, right here. 3.3 volts is the first, RX, TX, and the ground. We need another one to boot this board into flash mode. It's a GPIO 0, and we have to connect it to ground. In this board, if we take it like this, GPIO 0 is the second pin right here. It's the first and it's the second, and it's GPIO 0. So we have to connect wires somehow to GPIO 0 to ground, GPIO 0 to ground. So I will try to connect it without soldering, and we will see how we succeed with that. GPIO 0 to ground. So now let's look at the PC and let's see what firmware or software we need to flash that thing. So today we will use NodeMCU ASP tool 4.0. I will leave this link in description. So now you have to go this address and download NodeMCU PyFlasher 64 or 86, it depends on your computer. I have downloaded already. So and we have to download Tasmota Firmware. Tasmota Firmware is many choices, but we will download the regular tasmota.bin. Here's the languages and other. So we will download tasmota.bin. And download wherever you want. The latest version now is 8.5. Now we have to go to our download folder and start NodeMCU PyFlasher. When we connect, we have to choose the port. I will show you how to check what port your device is connected. Choose this bound rate, and flash mode we have to choose dual output, and erase flash we can set it yes. So let's go to desktop and connect our device to PC. So now my plan is like this. Here we have USB TTL adapter, and here we have our device, and I connect it like this. I put it here, and one wire, male headers, and one I connect to ground. The ground is this wire black. So in this side I try to connect it here somehow in the same hole. That's it. Like something like that. And the plan is I will connect it to GPIO 0 and I will connect so I will connect this green wire to GPIO 0 like this with one hand. It's a little bit difficult to record and switch things like this. And now we try to connect our USB TTL adapter with the other hand. And now we can go to desktop and see if our device is connected successfully. So now our device is connected successfully, and it's COM port free. To make sure what COM port is this device is connected, you can press the right button on Windows sign and go to Device Manager and ports, USB serial port, COM free. This will show your USB to TTL adapter. So here we have to choose COM port free, and here we choose our firmware Tasmota.pin and choose the bound rate, dual output, and yes, PyPole data. And we can now press the button flash NodeMCU. In our case, it's Sonoff Touch EU. We can see erasing flash, complete successfully, and it's writing to our device. Make sure your connection is good with your wires with PCB. You can solder headers to that device, it will be better. And 1780%, and firmware successfully flashed. Unplug, replug, or restart device to switch back to normal boot mode. Okay, now we can disconnect our device. So now our device is flashed, and we can now assemble it into case, and we can just install it on my bathroom, and I will show you how to configure it and connect it to Home Assistant smart home system. So when you are ready to connect your switch to the mains, things comes a little bit tricky, and now I will explain how to wire. By default, your switch are connected like this usually. In all countries, here comes like this. So the problem is that here comes the mains wires, and usually it comes to connection box something, and from connection box comes 2 wires to the switch you are installed now, and 2 wires comes to your lighting. But the problem is that the Sonoff Touch switch needs the neutral wire. By default, neutral comes directly to your lighting, and the line goes to the switch, and here is disconnected, or when you press the button it's connected and the light will turn on. So to connect to the Sonoff Touch, you need additional third wire. So it should look like this. You need to connect the neutral from here. You have to have 3 wires: the neutral, the line in that comes from here, yes, and yes, we will delete this. We remove our regular switch and install Sonoff, so we have to have additional wire, the neutral wire, that comes to N in, like this, and the second wire that comes to switch needs to go here, line in to this connector, and wire that comes to a bulb need to go here. So if you have switch and here comes the two wires, it's bad. You need to have three wires. One of them needs to be neutral wire, because you need to power the switch itself. It won't work if you connect only two wires here. It won't work. So in other cases you may have three wires, but usually it is connected another one that is for another light. If for example we have another light and you have two button switch that turns one light and the other turns other light, so it usually connected like this by default. Here comes the neutral to the other light, and if you have two button switch, you can have Sonoff Touch with two buttons, but here you have another. If you have Sonoff Touch with two buttons, there is another one to go to another lamp. But if you have three wires in your setup and you control the two lights, so don't be mistaken. There will be by default three wires, these wires. So when you have line in and two wires that goes to lamps, to your lighting, so you can't connect line wire like neutral, and then you need to have four wires if you have two button switch and you want to control two lights. So it should be four wires then. Please pay attention, don't do anything if you exactly know what you're doing with mains, because I'm not responsible for your injuries or death, or even if you burn your house. When you do something, please make sure you disconnect the mains from the switch, main switch, and please check if with tester like this or something. So be very careful. I'm not responsible for any mistakes you made. So now I have only two wires in my old setup, so I have ability to change the wire, and I changed the wire into three wires. I have only one light, so my setup now will be like this. I have three wires, one of them is neutral, to power up that switch, and one line in goes to here, and from L out goes to lamp. So when you connect your device to grid, you need to connect it to your home network via Wi-Fi. You can do it with your laptop with Wi-Fi connection, or you can just do it with your phone. I'll show you how to do it with your phone. So first of all, you need to go to settings and Wi-Fi. Search for Wi-Fi access points, and you can see here we have Tasmota with some numbers and letters, and now we need to connect to that access point. When we press to connect, and just opens the page, Tasmota page, where you can configure your local network Wi-Fi credentials. If your phone doesn't open automatically that page, you can go to your browser and just enter the address 192.168.4.1, and here's the same page, and here you need to enter your Wi-Fi credentials. So you can press that link to scan for Wi-Fi networks, and device will scan for Wi-Fi networks, and you now can choose Wi-Fi network of your own, and here you need to enter the password. So, and press save. Now Tasmota device will restarts, and it tries to connect to your Wi-Fi network. So we can't go to that address. We need to find the new address what will your router will give to this device. So I suggest you to use one very good program, Thing app. You can go to Google Play Store and download it. It's free. So we open the Thing app and search for devices, and here in that list, when scan will finish, you can search for device. In my case, it's smart device at 117 at the end IP address. So now we can go to PC and configure our device. So first of all, what you have to do is to go to your configuration and configure module. So now from that list we will choose Sonoff Touch, one channel, and press save. The device will restart in a few seconds. And the other thing that we need to configure is MQTT broker. So here we go to configure MQTT, and here we need to enter our MQTT broker IP address. And here we can choose another name for that topic. So I will choose bathroom. and click save. Device will restart, and now we can go to console and see some logs. Online retained. So here we see the data is coming to MQTT broker, and the bathroom, we entered that name. It's more friendly to us. So now everything is okay, and now we can configure our Home Assistant to connect to this device via MQTT. So here we are in our Home Assistant setup, and here we can see some switches, some temperatures and other information, the floor heating, and my YouTube subscribers count. So if you're not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. So now we need to go to our file editor and edit configuration file. Open configuration.yaml, and here we have already maybe two Sonoff Touch devices connected already. So I will copy it's my kitchen lights here and my child's bedroom. So here I can just copy that and paste it here, and now we need to change some things. Here we will change that it's bathroom lights. And as we saw earlier, we entered that it's bedroom. So the topic, command topic will be cmnd bathroom /power. State topic the same will be with bathroom. That's okay. Payload on, payload off, retain true. Okay, and now here we have that indentation, so we just press the button once and that's now okay. We see the green checkbox. We can now save and configuration, go to configuration, server controls, check configuration, that's okay, and restart Home Assistant. Now we need to wait a little bit. Connection lost, reconnecting. Home Assistant is starting, not everything will be available until it's finished. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Home Assistant is started, and now here I add a button to that group. Press edit, and here I have to add glance. I don't need those. I need only one, that is bathroom entity, like this, and press save. And we'll close it, and here we are. I think we need here, we need just show name, post date, title, we will add here type action. So when we add tap action to switch, our tap action will be toggle. So when we press the button, it will toggles on or off. So now we can save. And close here, and now our light will work. So what we've done, we flashed the Sonoff Touch switch with the Tasmota software, configured that software, connected it to the mains, removed the old switch and installed a new one, the Sonoff Touch EU, and connected it to the Home Assistant smart home server. So everything is working, and I think this video was useful for you, and if it was useful, please subscribe to my channel and you will see more videos like this. So for now, thank you for watching. Bye.